Well, hello and welcome back to War of Dots. So we have another free-for-all game for you from 7th Reich as he continues his free-for-all campaigns, doing what he can. Let me speed it up for you. 7th Reich starts in, I don't know if it's the worst position, but it's the position where he's down, 30k troops to the other two armies and, 10k troops to blue. So he starts with the smallest, tiniest army. However, he does have the most land, possibly. I think he might have the most land, the most space, and all of it is heavily forested. So these heavy tanks in the forest, they're very, very, not great. Okay, yeah, they can still do, a little more damage. They still have more health, in a sense. But they maneuver and move so slowly in the forest. They can get surrounded so easily. They can get teamed up on 2-on-1s so easily. So they're actually not that useful at all. They're mainly only useful on the plains. In the rocky areas, they are useful kind of too, but they move very slowly also. So 7th Reich here, he's just going to try to build up his troop army. Right at the beginning, both blue and orange, they form an alliance. They form an agreement. 7th Reich is going to put some boats over here and try to make more gold, because if units are in the water as boats, they're not using any economy for upkeep, so you're able to do that. 7th Reich notices that this one city, it was not guarded well, in the sense of it only had a light unit on it and it was on the front line, and his other units were pulled back. So 7th Reich makes a decision to swoop in. He can swoop in and bring lots of units quickly and take that city. And he does so as quickly as possible. Now he's going to try to be pumping out as many troops as he can, because, he can make an extra 6 troops now because of that. Quick steal, quick save. Meanwhile, even though he had formed the alliance with blue, blue is not attacking red. Blue's still just sitting there, building up his army, not doing anything. So 7th Reich is a little bit concerned about that. He leaves, these cities protected. This one more so is closer. However, this one not as much protected. They're actually protected because they both have heavy units on them, which would take a long time for those to and see these heavy units from purple. So red was or 7th Reich is trying to get a surround on those if he can. It's not quite possible, but almost. But 7th units can be easily surrounded. 7th Reich gets another city. Now he just needs to take purple's capital. Red, on the other hand, is actually doing well. Red has taken purple's other city. So there's only one city left to be taken. And red still has a bigger army than 7th Reich. Blue, which hasn't fought at all, has a bigger army. And blue continues to try to keep encroaching on this western front of 7th Reich. So he just keeps moving units closer and closer. 7th Reich seeing this, bringing units over now. He has lots of units he can build up on, bring over. Because of his push, he was able to get 3 cities. However, he has a big troop disadvantage now. Red was able to get 2 of the cities. Discord. His name's Discord. Huh. Funny. Interesting. Anyway, he was able to get 2 of the cities. So he can also be pumping out a big economy. And blue, Admiral Sprinkles, who is blue. Great name, great name. He didn't get any cities. He was just sitting there building up troops. Now he's bringing these heavies over, even though he said he was going to form an alliance with Orange, with 7th Reich. He's bringing these heavies over. Looks like he's going to maybe try to do an assault on on 7th Reich. However, once again, he sends out another message to 7th Reich saying an alliance again, and 7th Reich's like, yeah, absolutely. So look what 7th Reich does here. He makes a bunch of heavy units, he puts them only on the plains and on the rocky place where they get their attack bonus. He doesn't put any of them on the forest terrain because they move so slow on forest terrain, they don't get their attack bonus, and so they're just not that great. Because of that, he keeps maneuvering his heavy units and bringing them straight towards the city, keeping them on the plains in this rocky area where they can continue to get their attack bonus. At the same time, Blue finally starts his assault, and he's doing a terrible job of it. He had the most troops, and now he lost like 100k troops in minutes, but it happens. Oh, he almost snipes this one city. He's going for it. Can he make it? If he were to bring this unit straight down and over, oh, he could have gotten it, but he doesn't. And he basically loses a massive amount of troops, his whole army, in this attack. If he would have actually been, I don't know, maybe a little bit better at maneuvering the troops and stuff, not losing, doing a one big attack and losing 100k troops. And in the process, he leaves this one city undefended, gets it taken, able to take it back really quickly, but that also makes you lose troops. In this case, he probably didn't lose any troops because he was already under troop supplied because he just lost so many. And now 7th Reich decides it is time to just end this. Both of them combined, if they both stopped fighting each other immediately and try to hold out against him, it might be possible because it's two people maneuvering and moving units at once. But he's already up 150k troops on both their armies combined. So he just continues to try to form a front line. 7th Reich does, and just completely overwhelm them and push them. Sees if he can take this one city from Red. He was able to take the one most eastern city. Now he's taking the second most eastern city. It's close. He's able to take it. Keeps pushing on, and they continue to try to fight each other because of reasons. For whatever reason. If you see a big army that's being, having overwhelming numbers, both other armies should immediately try to pair up and fight the bigger army together, like automatically, instead of continuing to fight each other. But it is what it is. And they both throw in the towel and surrender, and 7th Reich gets another free-for-all win. So, catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching that.